Hello guys, this is FK. Now, it's 2 years now. 2 years ago, I made a video where I talked about choosing the right career in tech. Yeah, picking the right career in tech. That video currently is one of our best performing videos. It's getting hundreds of views every day. And with those views come comments also. And I hear a lot of people telling me, oh, you didn't talk about data science, you didn't talk about data engineering, you didn't talk about AI and stuff, which is even like the reigning thing right now. And yeah, you can kind of understand why 2 years ago, even though we already had ChatGPT and AI was already making waves, the way AI is now infused into our workplaces and our day-to-day work was not as much as back then. So I kind of looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, sure. We need to update this video. We need to make a new video talking about AI, the AI space, and how you can choose a career path in AI. So for those people that have been mentioning that, and for a lot of people that are also looking at the AI space right now, and if there's one thing we can all agree on, it is super overwhelming. It's so overwhelming. Like there's just so many things coming out every day. Oh, DeepSeek is out. 2 weeks after DeepSeek, there's Quen. Oh, after Quen, there's Manu. And so many things happening at the same time, so many models being released, image models coming out and threatening graphic designers, threatening animation studios and stuff like that, better coding assistants coming out, and people crying and shouting all over whether AI is going to replace developers or not. It's time to make a new video to kind of help you sift through the confusing and overwhelming world of AI and be able to look at it and ask yourself what part you want to play, which career you want to choose. This is that video to provide you a roadmap for choosing a career in AI. So before we begin this video, let me tell you how the video is going to go. We're going to be looking at AI from the perspective at different levels of where you can plug in. And we'll go from simplest to most complex. Simplest to most complex. So we'll start with just wanting to use AI. To wanting to build with AI. To wanting to deploy AI, to wanting to design AI, and even the preparatory stuff with all the data engineering and stuff. So that's where we're going to be looking at it, from the simplest to the most complex. And there are no wrong answers. No, it's not like the guys that pick the most complex are the best guys. No, anywhere you pick it is according to how it aligns with your goals, how it aligns with your skill set, or how it aligns with what you want to do, what you want to upskill to. So you can plug in at any point. It's all about how you can convert it to benefits, how you can convert it to financial benefits for yourself, jobs, and contracts and stuff like that. Any productivity, anyhow you want to convert the benefits of AI for yourself. So that's how we're going to be looking at it, from the simplest to the most complex. And yeah, before we begin that, I've mentioned a couple of times that I'm working on a product called Langcast from Language Models. So on Langcast, we're going to be running classes on AI. And mostly from the point of building with AI, which we're going to be looking at in this video, how to build with these foundational models that have become so popular today. So there's a link in the description. We're yet to launch, but we're going to be having a pre-launch very, very soon. So if you want to be notified about that, just follow the link in the description to subscribe, and we'll notify you immediately once that is out. So yeah, just shameless plug right there. Now, let's begin. And the first one is using AI. Using AI. Now, when I say using AI, this simply means that you want to include AI, imbibe AI into your workflow. You want to imbibe AI into your workflow. And that's something I'm going to advise almost every creative person to start doing now. Because AI is seriously disrupting the industry. It's seriously disrupting the industry. I understand that we are all very, very proud of what we have learned to make us professionals in each of the creative fields that we've picked. But AI is really disrupting a lot of creative industries, and we need to know how to snatch the power and be in control by using AI to give us more productivity. By using AI to give us more productivity, I will always say, AI is really, really not going to replace anybody. AI is really, really not going to replace anybody. It will only make the people with the skills faster. It will make them produce faster. These days when I want to do code demos, I just need to know the demo I want to do in my mind. I just need to know, okay, I want to do a demo that will have this and this and that. And I was, oh yeah, DeepSeek, write this for me. Oh, Gemini 2.5 that just came out, which is their best model in coding so far. And it just spin it up. It will just spin up the code demo. And all I have to just do is just review it and use it. Fix a couple of things and use it. I don't need to write all that code myself. I don't need to go to all the bugs and stuff like that. So AI is simply only going to make professionals more productive. That's long and short of it. But let's not waste time on that, because we can discuss that for a whole day. So using AI, one of the ways you can use AI, one of the easiest ways you can use AI is to master what is called prompt engineering. All the models that have been coming out, the method of interaction, the UI is natural language. The mode of interaction is natural language. And that is what has made the adoption really, really fast. Because anybody can just stand in front of it and just use it. It's natural language, the same way you speak. In fact, if you don't even speak correctly, it will still try to figure something out for you. That is the conversational method that we use every single day. That is the UI that we humans use to relate with each other. But you can get specialized in prompting. You can get really specialized in prompting in a way that you can craft prompts that will elicit the best responses out of these AI models. It's not everybody that uses ChatGPT the same way. No, it's not everybody that can get the same result out of ChatGPT. You can use ChatGPT for your, let's say, writing. Another person will use ChatGPT and get way better results than you. Why? Because they know the art of prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is so specialized that right now it's even its own role. It's even a standard role that people are hiring for. So one of the things that you first want to know when you are working with AI in any type of form, whether you want to specialize in being a prompt engineer or not, is prompting. You want to know how to prompt well, especially what is professionally called few shot prompting. Few shot prompting, that is prompting AI with examples, with guides, with structure to make it give you your answers in the way you want it delivered. Yeah, prompt engineering. Forget the engineering part. It's just the fact that you create specialized prompts that are well, specially crafted to get the best results. Do you know that you can tell your models to assume a role? Instead of just going into the model and saying, what should I eat for lunch? You can start your prompt by saying, you are a professional nutritionist. What would you advise someone of this weight, these allergies, and this meal interests to have for lunch on so day? And you can then go further and tell it, give me 3 different options and provide their health benefits. That prompt is going to get way better results than you just going into the model and saying, what should I eat for lunch? So you have to know how to prompt professionally. You have to know prompt professionally. That's the first thing. Under using AI, we're still talking about using AI. Also, the apps you use every day are beginning to get stuffed with AI features. Yeah, almost every app has AI features. Almost every app. Canva has, Notion has, Microsoft Word has, I believe so. Yeah, Microsoft has Copilot. Google Workspace has. I've used AI Gemini in Google Workspace. It's always just popping out everywhere. You don't even need to look for it. It's going to stand in your face and tell you, guy, I'm here. I can help you. So you need to know how to use these tools. Within the tools, you need to know how to use AI, the AI features, within the tools you use every day to get results fast and better. For example, do you know that you can now create slides with AI? You can prompt for slides with AI. You can prompt for slides with AI. There was a lady I saw on LinkedIn that kind of used she told, because then there was no direct way to actually get ChatGPT or any of these AI tools to generate PowerPoint documents. So what she did was that she just told it generate she gave it the presentation. She told it to generate the VB script. That's Visual Basic Script for the slides. So she just copied that script, went into PowerPoint, went into the macro section and added it, and the slides were there. The slides were all created, and she picked the design, and the slides were made to be aesthetically pleasing. Immediately, she just picked the design, and the design was reflected across all the slides. But now there are even faster ways to do that. These tools have been more integrated that they can generate all these things within the app. If you have a team meeting, nobody needs to take notes anymore. Nobody needs to take meeting notes. The AI can take meeting notes for everybody. It will even tell you, this person said this, this person said this. It will select action points from the meeting and mail it to everybody. Imagine you are someone that, your boss just told you, we're having a meeting so time, so just take all the summaries and everything. You can just, your boss doesn't even need to know. You just make sure that the AI is on and listening, and it will just gather everything, prepare it into a report, and send it. And you just send it and look like a star. You look like a superstar, and they will think that you meticulously sat down to do all this things. Meanwhile, yeah, I did it for you, because you know how to use it. You send reports for them, it will be super beautiful and well thought out. Of course, you have to read through it. Don't just send it blindly. Before you hallucinate what somebody said and you start having issues. But yeah, these AI tools can do that for you. They will listen into a meeting and they document everything that happened in the meeting, who said what are the action points, what are the blockers, and all that. And you can just mail it to all the stakeholders. Also, Excel. A lot of us have struggled with Excel for so many years, but now with AI, we can all become Excel wizards. We can all become Excel wizards. No need to be coming all those silly formulas and no. Just tell it, yeah, I want just highlight a bunch of rows and tell it, okay, create a pie chart for this. Pie chart there. Just tell it what to do. Copilot is there. Gemini is there. They can do all these things for you. You just need to find them out. You just need to learn them and master them and use them to become better. So that's using AI. In Canva, AI can generate a lot of first drafts for you. AI can generate some icons for you. It can generate some. I have a graphic designer that she for branding materials. She just generates a bunch of models. They don't exist. They just generate a bunch of models to use for the banners and stuff. And we don't need to go and snap professional pictures and stuff like that. We just generate all those things, and we can move faster. So that's in using AI. The second is in applying AI. You can call it building with AI. You can call it building with AI. You can call it applying AI. You can call it building with AI. Now, this is where someone like me plays like heavily. This is my zone. It's my zone. This is my day job. So building with AI. This is the level whereby you take the language models with all their intelligence, and you, as a programmer, can build applications on top of it. Yeah, you as a programmer can build applications on top of it. For people that are using AI, for the using AI section, people are now using AI to generate websites. They're using it to generate apps and stuff like that. There's the whole talk about vibe coding now. I've written a bunch of posts on it on LinkedIn about vibe coding, where people just vibe code an entire app. A lot of them are still not production ready and probably won't be. Just first drafts and POCs. But that aside, this is where developers really play, applying AI. So you take the foundational model with all their intelligence and you get to build applications on top of it. You get to build applications on top of it. And at first, it can just be orchestrated AI workflows. For example, in your application, probably someone wants to send an email. You can generate a draft of the email for them. Oh, you don't need to write this email. This is a draft for you. Since you want to write an email about this and that, this is a draft for you. So that's something that you can do. You can use it for sorting activities. You can use it to sort a bunch of tickets. You can use it to summarize a bunch of files. Probably they input their CV. You can use it to summarize everything in the CV and stuff like that. So orchestrated AI workflows like that in your apps. And you can do that using tools like LangChain, Llama Index. LangChain is something I'm very, very heavy on. On Langcast, we're going to be doing a lot of LangChain classes, a whole lot of LangChain classes. In fact, you almost feel it's a LangChain site. So, you can introduce AI into your applications, the applications you build as a software developer, and make them smarter with these foundational models. So that's one thing you can do. Then from there, you can still take it a step further. We're still in applying AI. We're still in build with AI. You can take the things a step further from orchestrated workflows. You can build a whole assistant. For example, for a while now, most of the customer service chats I talk to, like when I'm trying to contact a particular service, their customer support, and I'm trying to contact them through chat, I'm most likely sure I'm talking to an AI first. Yeah, most likely talking to an AI first, and the conversation would have gone 50% before it even hands off to a real person if it has to. So you can build a lot of assistants, customer service assistant, support ticketing assistants that can categorize stuff and all like that. You can go for that. You can build chatbots for different type of use cases. A chatbot for medical people, a chatbot for lawyers, any type of chatbot. You can go to your school and build a chatbot that could answer different questions about your school, about about people's lectures, the classes that the lecturers are holding, the lecturers and stuff like that, exam schedules and stuff. You can build all sorts of stuff. Then you can take that even further. That's building with AI. You can take it even further and build autonomous agents. Yeah, agents. Autonomous agents. Agents are applications that can operate autonomously and solve end-to-end tasks. They can or solve a task end-to-end. They can take a goal, they can have a goal and break it down into tasks and solve it. They solve it by solving task 1, task 2, task 3, and solve a whole thing. For example, you want to make a reservation. They can find the hotel. They can find the hotel with the best prices. Then they can book an hotel. Then they can mail you the reservation details. Yeah, do the end-to-end. End-to-end, build an agent. And you can build stuff like that with frameworks like frameworks like LangGraph. Yeah, LangGraph was built by LangChain for agents. So if you want to build agents, you want to specifically build agents, you use LangGraph. There are other agent frameworks too. There's Pydantic AI, there's Crew AI, but Crew AI shines in multi-agent applications, which is the next thing we'll talk about. You can build a whole autonomous agencies. You can build whole autonomous agencies. That's when you have different agents, not just one agent now. Different agents representing probably like an HR department or representing like probably a logistics department. You can build a whole agency with different agents with defined workflows, and they can be able to take on a whole responsibility and complete it for a particular company. Crew AI, like I said, Crew AI shines a lot in building multi-agent systems. OpenAI to just released their OpenAI Agents SDK, which also has the ability to build a multi-agent system. So that's another framework that can help you do that. So using AI, applying AI, those are the first two. So we've taken a look at using AI. That's when you bring AI into your workflows, into your daily day-to-day work, into your tools. You take advantage of the AI features in the tools that you use every day and use it to boost your productivity. We're also talking about prompt engineering, which is making sure that you can prompt professionally. Then we also talked about building with AI. Building with AI, taking foundational models like Gemini, like GPT-4, Claude models from Anthropic, and using them to build applications, using them to build smart and intelligent applications. It can be workflows or AI orchestrated workflows, intelligent chatbots, and also agents, which are the wave of the moment right now. Agents and even multi-agent systems. Now let us talk about the next point or the next space that you can play in AI, and that is delivering AI. Yeah, delivering AI. Now, before all these shiny AI products you see, there's a whole process it takes to get a model ready, trained, and deployed. There's a whole process. So first, the problem has to be analyzed. I think that's the first thing. You first have to analyze the problem. You have to analyze the problem, know the problem you are trying to solve. And after knowing that problem, then you have to know the model. The model you want to use, the algorithm, the model algorithm that you want to use, whether you want to use a neural network, whether you want to use a CNN. I'm not an expert, so I might not be exact with what I want to say, but pick the algorithm that you want to use to develop your model. You want to know whether it's a classification model or a regression model, or it's going to be a neural network and stuff like that. So you have that. Then you need to identify the data that you want to use to train this model. This data has to be extracted. You have to source the data. You have to clean the data. You have to store the data. Then you also have to make sure that you train the model with the data, and then you test the model's inference to make sure that you're getting the results that are expected, and then deploy the model artifact. So these are all processes that operations need to take care of. And that's why there's an entire field of MLOps, which some people have dubbed the DevOps of AI or the DevOps of machine learning. So you have to be able to set up all these processes to run on end-to-end, from collecting data to cleaning up data to doing your feature engineering to preparing your model to training your model to your inference pipeline to deploying your model. You have to create set up infrastructure for all this and make sure that everything works seamlessly. That's seen tools like Apache Airflow being used to kind of design the pipelines and the orchestration for these pipelines. Not define the pipelines, rather to orchestrate the pipelines for these processes. So MLOps, if you want to, this is a very, very low barrier of entry for people in DevOps already. Like if you're in DevOps and you want to play in the AI space, just open the next door. It's like next door. It's like your next door neighbor. Just slide into MLOps, and you get to use even a lot of the familiar tools like Docker, your Kubernetes and stuff. There are also tools that are employed in some of these processes. So yeah, this is a whole field for people, especially people that are interested in infrastructure, people that are interested in instrumentation, people that are interested in DevOps, that are specialized in DevOps and operations people. This is a natural fit for those type of people. So delivering AI, making sure that all the end-to-end process from designing the AI model to training it to testing it to deploying it, everything functions smoothly. Yeah, MLOps. So that's for delivering AI. The next one is building AI. People that actually build these AI models. Yeah, people that these AI models we talk about. Oh, GPT-4 is out. We're waiting for GPT-5. Oh, we're waiting for Gemini 2.5 or Gemini 3. There are guys that actually design this. The Andre Kapatis and the Ilias of the world, or Miratis of the world. These kind of guys that design these AI models. You don't have to be at the level of those guys to design an AI model. Actually, yeah, just need to be a data scientist and you're good. So yeah, people that design, those are the people that do the feature engineering, people that know the data to collect, people that know the model to work that they're going to use, the people that are vast in the different model algorithms, people that create things like the wonderful transformer model that has led to the generative AI models that we have today. So yeah, if you're interested in something that hardcore, you want to be able to build the AI models, to design the AI models, to be the part of the team that is going to deliver AGI, to be part of the team that is going to deliver the next Gemini 3, then there are Claude 4, and all the more advanced iterations of the models that we are seeing today. Yes, that's the space you want to play. Designing the AI itself, designing the AI models themselves. That's another place that you can play in the AI world. And lastly, the last one we're going to be looking at is the guys that prepare the data. Yeah, the guys that prepare the data. The guys, the data scientists and the data engineers that prepare the data, that clean the data. There's this process called the ETL. So it can be ETL or ELT. ETL or ELT. The E stands for extract, the L stands for load, and the T stands for transform. So these guys, all the data that the AI models are being trained with come from so many sources, some different sources. For example, imagine like Llama models at like 400 billion parameters or something like that, 40 billion parameters, and all these very, very advanced state-of-the-art models that we have today that are trained with trillions of data. This data comes from so many sources, come from a lot of PDFs, come from the entire internet. These guys basically suck the whole internet and and learn from it. So come from the entire internet and so many other sources. Music, so much music that we consume, the extra data from all these videos that we watch. Google trained on YouTube videos. Do you know how many YouTube videos are on YouTube? And Google trained their video models on YouTube videos. That's why their model was kind of more superior than what Sora, Sora could offer. That's GPT, OpenAI Sora. So there are guys that extract this data. That's the E part. They extract this data, they load it, then they store it somewhere. They load it. They can load it in a data warehouse or a data lake. A data lake is for unstructured data. A data warehouse is the data is already structured, most especially for analytical purposes. But they are the ones that know. Oh, should we use a data lake? Should we have a data lake? Should we have a data house? Should we structure the data this way? Or do the feature engineering? Should we use the column database, row database, and stuff? These are the guys that are vast with data. Know how to work with data, know how to stream data, know how to extract data, and know how to transform data, which is the T part, because the data has to be transformed in a format that can be used to train the model. It has to be, because you just get all this raw unstructured data. You have to, for the model to consume this data has to be cleaned. This data has to be transformed into a format, into a structure that it can be learned from. So data engineering, data science, that's the foundation of AI. And AI today is going to get smarter by data. It's going to get smarter by data. I think Ilya was the one that mentioned that we're running out of data. We're running out of data to train AI models from, at least public data, to train AI models from, because yeah, there's also the model design part, which is equally important. But now we're having very, very, very powerful and supercomputers that are speeding up that part. So now the core, the angle where the development of AI is going to hinge on is the quality of data that we're able to get, the quantity and quality of data that we can get to train these models. And those vast amount of data is going to be gotten, prepared, and stored by data scientists and data engineers. So that's the final part we're looking at. That's the final part we're looking at. The people that actually prepare the raw materials for AI models, data engineers and data scientists. So yeah, those are the different entry points. Using AI to boost your productivity, using AI to make your work faster. For example, graphic designers, you need to jump on AI because the AI is really disrupting the graphic industry. It's really disrupting it, so you have to infuse it into your processes to make sure that you get your deliverables out of the door faster. Writers also, developers, I use AI a lot for a lot of scaffolding, a lot of demos and stuff like that. I've not really tried it to I've not really tried using it to build a whole project. Maybe one weekend I'll just vibe code an entire project from start to finish. So we look at using AI, building with AI, or you can say applying AI. Building with AI, that's when we talked about orchestrated workflows with LangChain, building AI assistants, building autonomous agents or a whole autonomous agency. Then delivering AI, which is MLOps, which is the infrastructure and the operations part of AI, MLOps. Building the AI itself, that's designing AI and building itself, that's the model training, the feature engineering, the testing of inference and all that. Then preparing data. Where we look at data, the job of data scientist and data engineering. So whichever one aligns with your goals, whichever one aligns with what you want to see yourself achieving in the future, the spaces that you want to play in the future, I hope that you can find an area here where you can slot in and just get involved. Everybody has to get involved. If you're a technologist, a creative person, you have to get involved in one way or the other. In one step of the ladder, you have to have your leg there. And I hope I've been able to, at least for those that have been asking for career paths in this new AI world that we live in, I hope I've been able to help you out with that. Until I see you in another video, I remain your bro in tech.